in preparation for January 31st against Shakur Stevenson.
He was born for this. He's God-gifted. We're implementing a lot of different things for this camp. You got to do things in there that people have never seen.
Every day is a different type of segment of working out. Earlier today, I had a little bit of strength and conditioning, and then swimming, exercising and expanding those lungs. And then we finish off late night. We come here and do 18 ounces of gloves, an hour or as long as I can of training without no break. Just trying to see how much more I could push.
He's the best whenever he's in good condition.
I'm not on the level that I think I am and I say I am, so I made this fight for that reason. That was my competitive edge kind of kicked in when I wanted to make this fight.
Larry, work on your pace.
Shakur has always been on the top level. All these guys have been looking up, so, you know, it's about time that they really find out where their place is, you know. They weren't looking up for nothing. January 31st and whatever fight after that, you know, I really think, you know, he's at the turning point in his career.
Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez grind inside intense training camps as fight day nears, with both men pushing themselves to the absolute limit. Both sharpen skills, focus, mindset, and hunger, preparing
camps. I'm actually having more meals in between rather than before.
I've been with him ever since he started boxing, which was at 6. I really knew that he was really good when he started beating professional fighters at 13, 14 years old.
Between me and Shakur, when we were on the top rank, because we were the next rising stars, we sparred. We did only 3 rounds back in Miami in 2016. I was getting the best out of him. You should have seen afterwards. Why do you think he said stop? He said stop recording. Come on, dog.
Considered by many as the pound-for-pound king, Lomachenko!
I want him to chase Loma because I knew that if we missed that opportunity, we would
relentlessly for a defining clash that will shape their legacies. Every session is designed to ensure they enter the ring in peak condition, ready to execute their game plans against one of the most dangerous opponents either has faced. Teofimo Lopez hones his speed, precision, and timing during intense pad work and training camp.
You'll find out. Today is chest, triceps, a little bit of shadow boxing with some weights. Keep the ligaments and everything loose. A little bit of forearms to finish it off. Nothing too intense like others. We don't need that. Later today, we're gonna go boxing, but prior to that, we're gonna go recover.
Sharpening every strike meticulously. His sessions are built around explosive movements and quick reactions, ensuring he can land with power and accuracy when the moment comes. The focus on technique is evident in every repetition. Teofimo Lopez says,
right now we're boxing. Yep, we're original, classic, reason why we're here type of boxing.
every day is a learning experience. So when he's in there, he's just focused, you know? And when I see him focused, every time I know that he has somebody, I always tell him, you already figured him out. You know, that's like letting him know, have fun. From now on, just have fun. Back out. Double jab.
Shakur Stevenson is stepping up to prove a point, and he's ready to show who's truly the best when they finally meet in the ring. Lopez believes this is his opportunity to silence the doubters and cement his status among the elite. His confidence has been unwavering throughout the build-up. Trainer Wally
things that I have to work on within myself, it's a muscle.
Moses prepares Shakur in camp to shut down all doubts, refining skills, mindset, and discipline to shape the strongest and best version of Shakur. Moses has been with Stevenson since childhood and understands exactly what it takes to bring out his full potential. The training is designed to address every possible weakness.
You beat me, and I make it look pretty. You can do all this, all this, all this. Bro, you try to step this way, go night-night. Going night-night. What's gonna happen then when I beat Shakur? When you all gonna say that? You know what I mean? I believe in me. I believe in me before anybody else believed in me. Shakur is stepping up because he got nobody else to go after. He's stepping up to try to prove a point. You know, his big bro, AKA Terrence Bud Crawford, you know, put a huge upset and made a historical moment in time. I think those things like that make Shakur want to step up the plate, step up to the challenge and face Teofimo. Who is I? I mean, we were stablemates, me and Shakur, top rank. He talks about this and that and about I was jealous of him. No, I'm not. You were a 2016 USA silver.
Regis Prograis believes Shakur Stevenson holds a clear mental and technical edge over Teofimo Lopez. While acknowledging Teofimo's athletic ability, Prograis points out recurring struggles, especially for major fights like Lomachenko and Josh Taylor, but often looks uneasy across long stretches, mentally drifting when things get difficult. Against Shakur, Prograis predicts an early competitive phase, staying close. After that, Stevenson's composure and intelligence begin to take control. Shakur's sharp counter-punching, timing, and ability to sneak punches through gaps slowly wear opponents down.
Going pretty well so far. We had an excellent camp going so far, and I think that, you know, Shakur is going to be in the greatest shape of his life for this hit fight. He gets better by the hour, so being that he gets better by the hour, soon he'll be invincible. So, you know, that's the way we're looking at it.
Teo is probably the biggest opponent I fought, but I don't feel like size win fights. I don't care who you is. If we get in a physical, little wrestling match, anything in there, you gonna feel me just as much as I feel you. So.
Shakur has always been on the top level. All these guys have been looking up. So, you know, it's about time that they really find out where their place is, you know. They weren't looking up for nothing.
Teofimo presses and misses, frustration builds. Prograis sees Shakur breaking him gradually, not with power, but precision, cruising to a comfortable 12-round decision victory. Michael Conlon calls the matchup between Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson one of the best fights that could happen in boxing today. On paper, it's an incredible clash showcasing elite skill sets from two highly talented fighters. Conlon notes that while fans are excited, the fight could also divide opinions because it may not be the type of non-stop action some expect. Inside the ring, Shakur Stevenson operates like a true master of the sport. He combines patience, intelligence, and precise timing, controlling the pace and making calculated moves, essentially playing a high-level chess game rather than relying on raw aggression.
Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson, that definitely makes sense. Who do you think is going to win that fight?
I got Shakur for sure. Shakur.
Do you think he wins this comfortably, or do you think it will be a close fight?
I think he wins it comfortably, yeah. I think he wins it comfortably. I think, you know, Shakur, I think the thing is about Teo is very good athletically, but he's weak-minded. You know, you can see in some fights he struggles. Teo does struggle. You know, now he does come up for big fights. Lomachenko, he came up. Josh Taylor, he came up. But a lot of fights, man, he struggles. You know, he does struggle on a whole lot of fights and stuff. Like, I think he looked good. Yeah, he looked good against Barboza. But like I said, for the most part, Teo does struggle. And I think he struggles mentally with a lot of things. But I think with Shakur, I think Shakur's going to break him. I think maybe the first two or three rounds, it might be a close fight. It might be close. It might be 2-1 or something like that. But then after that, I feel...
Teofimo Lopez, on the other hand, brings flashes of brilliance. His athleticism, power, and technique are undeniable. But he can also be erratic at times, which creates both opportunities and risks in the fight. That contrast is what makes the bout so intriguing. Conlon emphasizes that it won't necessarily be a brawl, but a battle of strategy where tension, accuracy, and decision-making dominate. Every mistake matters more than raw strength, and the ability to adapt under pressure could define the winner.
Shakur is probably going to start stepping up, and Teo's going to try to hit him, and it's not going to work. And then Shakur might start. The thing about Shakur is a very good, a real good counterpuncher, really sharp, real sharp with the counterpunch. He sneaks those punches in, you know, and that's the ones that hurt the most when he just sneaking them in when you're not supposed to hit him. So I definitely feel like, yeah, I feel like Shakur is going to beat him comfortably. Not a knockout, but comfortable 12 rounds for sure.
Have you sparred Lopez before?
I never sparred Teo though. Never sparred Teo.
In his view, it's a fight where brains meet brawn and careful execution may outweigh sheer power. Gary Antoine Russell shares an inside look at Shakur Stevenson's camp versus Teofimo Lopez, describing the intensity and structure of the workouts. He explains how one person stayed in the middle, spotting everyone cycling through while he pushed himself through multiple rounds without breaks. Other fighters in gyms were present, some sparring, others observing, but Gary remained the constant, completing sets of 6 and 7 rounds back-to-back. The final rounds captured with Shakur were at the very end of his session when fatigue and strength tested him the most. He notes that even before the Olympics, Shakur was building a powerful muscular frame, combining technical skill with grown man strength, making the preparation for this fight truly elite. And
for me, I'm not just saying this, one of the best fights that could have been made in boxing. When Teo is on, unbelievable. Shakur, unbelievable. What happens?
Can I tell you my thoughts?
I hope so, yeah, go on.
I think it's going to be a war fest.
It could be. An elite level chess match.
On paper, it's an unbelievable fight. But I think when you're in there with a boxing master like Shakur, and he's going to play the game, just playing chess, and not making no silly moves. And Teo is so, like, erratic at times, but very technical at times, and explosive. Will he, because he's smart, he is very smart, will he be making the mistakes or taking it?
Demanding, Tim Bradley shares his thoughts on how impossible it is to beat Shakur Stevenson, explaining the difference between Stevenson and other fighters like Teofimo Lopez. He emphasizes that while Lopez is talented and powerful, he doesn't have a clear plan to take Stevenson down. According to Bradley, Stevenson knows exactly how to fight Lopez, exploiting his weaknesses and neutralizing his strengths. He points out that Lopez hasn't knocked out many top opponents, and relying on raw power won't work against someone as skilled and precise as Stevenson. Timing, Bradley says, is everything. And Stevenson's timing allows him to control the pace, counter punches, and make even aggressive fighters look ineffective. He describes Stevenson.
Okay, that's when one person stay in the middle and they just spot everybody that one person stay in while they keep. That's what that was. That's what I was doing. It wasn't just Shakur there. It was Shakur there. Richard Hitchens was there. He didn't want to spar. Who else was there? I want to say what? Keyshawn brother was there. Keyshawn Davis' brother was there, but he was just there as a spectator. I was about to spar with Troy Isley. Right. Did some rounds with Troy.
You sparred all of them.
Not Keyshawn brother. That was another day. But they was all there. All of them was there. That whole little camp. And there was another gym that was there too. So it was like 2 gyms that came to give us some work. I stayed in the middle and I did my rounds, boom. Did 6, hopped out, did 6 more, no, did 7 more straight. 6, hopped out, did 7 straight, boom. And the rounds that y'all seen with Shakur was the in my last round.
Oh, back end, the back end.
Yeah, that was the last round. That was the last round. I'm like, all right. And they was doing like 3, hop out, or 2 and hop out, 2 and hop. So it was fresh. Food was fresh, and it was before the Olympics. Motherfuckers is getting that grown man strength and that beefy body now. Like, come on, bro. But like I said before, still stands. Skills pays the bills. So you can be strong and big. If I'm gonna outskill you, then I'm gonna outskill you.
Yeah, we just saw that with Canelo and Terrence, man.
Exactly.
Crazy work.
And is smart, disciplined, and adaptable, capable of reading opponents and adjusting mid-fight. Bradley stresses that Stevenson's undefeated record isn't luck. It reflects his mastery of technique, strategy, and mental focus. In his view, there's simply no blueprint for beating Stevenson, and Lopez, like everyone else, faces an enormous challenge if he steps into the ring with him. Oscar Valdez shares key insights on what it takes to beat Shakur Stevenson, emphasizing discipline, focus, and sticking to a solid game plan. He explains that Stevenson is one of the most difficult fighters to face because he doesn't allow opponents to dictate the pace or trap him into mistakes. Valdez points out that when fighters face Stevenson, they must avoid getting greedy or frustrated in the ring.
Tell me, how the hell do you beat some damn Shakur Stevenson? I'll wait. How you beat Shakur Stevenson? Can somebody please, on the contrary, please tell me how the hell do you beat Teofimo Lopez? How you beat Teofimo Lopez? Because there's a blueprint out to beat Teofimo Lopez. Ain't no blueprint out to beat no damn Shakur Stevenson. Lopez don't know how to beat Shakur Stevenson. Ain't no damn blueprint. But I tell you who got a blueprint on how to beat Lopez. That's Shakur Stevenson. He know how to beat Lopez. Yeah, Lopez don't know how to.
He uses his own experience as an example, describing how Stevenson's patience and precision can frustrate even highly skilled opponents. Stevenson constantly adjusts, touching and countering, forcing rivals to overcommit and make errors. Valdez stresses that a fighter must enter with a clear strategy and maintain composure, executing their plan without falling into Stevenson's rhythm.
Nobody figured it out yet. Nobody. The man is undefeated. Talking about, oh, seeing some guys saying, oh, he gonna knock out Shakur Stevenson. Come on, stop it. Stop it. When the hell the last time that Lopez knocked anybody out? I mean, he hit Claggett. Well, Claggett, yeah. He hit Claggett with the kitchen sink. And Claggett ain't go no damn where. Shit, I mean, come on. When was the last time this man knocked somebody out? Come on. 135 when he was bigger than everybody? Yeah. That was it. Mm-hmm. So, y'all can miss me, man. Miss me with he gonna knock out Shakur.
Acknowledges that this is easier said than done as Stevenson blends patience with constant subtle pressure, making him exceptionally hard to crack. Valdez ultimately sees a fight against Stevenson as balanced, giving it a 50-50 chance, but reiterates that focus, discipline, and adherence to a game plan are the true keys for anyone hoping to challenge Shakur Stevenson inside the ring. What a build-up! From the early morning mitts to the last exhausted rounds of sparring, both camps have laid everything on the line, sharpened skill sets, dialed in game plans, and the kind of mental hunger that makes a fight feel unavoidable. Teofimo's speed, power, and confidence are on full display.
Getting greedy inside the ring with him, not losing focus, not letting him get into his game plan when it comes to invite you, because there's no option. There's either you fight his game or you fight no game. Because we see him with Dos Santos, he didn't try to put the pressure on him, and it was an extremely somewhat boring fight because neither or was trying to set the tone inside the ring. So if you're gonna set the tone with someone with Shakur, you better have a game plan, because the guy he's gonna be patient. He's not gonna get off his game plan to fall into your trap. So if I'm Teofimo Lopez coach, I would tell him not to lose focus.
Convinced he can turn the tide with pressure and flashes of brilliance. Stevenson, meanwhile, is the model of composure, tactical, patient, and surgically precise, backed by a camp that's clearly focused on shutting down doubt and exploiting every opening. The experts' voices capture the tension perfectly. This won't necessarily be a slugfest, but a chess match where timing, discipline, and the ability to adapt will matter more than raw force. That contrast, Lopez's explosive unpredictability against
whatever it is, stick to it and go for it. But someone like Shakur Stevenson, like I said, it's easier said than done with a fighter like that, because it's not like he's too back from you. He's just right there in your face, and once you throw, he just rocks back a little bit and touches you. Then it becomes very frustrating. Then when you start loading up, then he does it again. It starts loading up in his shots, but just unboxing you. So I would just say, it's like I said, it's a tough one for me to pick who will come out victorious. That's why I go with the 50-50 fight.
What was like the most frustrating thing? You mentioned, Teo has to stay focused. He can't get frustrated. I remember watching your fight against Shakur there live. It seemed that you were getting a little bit frustrating. Like, what was the most frustrating thing you think happened in that, like, Teo, I guess, can expect?
Well, I mean, me and Teofimo are completely different fighters. Teofimo is more of a fighter. Like, he's a ring generalship. He's in there thinking. He's He's calm, he's having fun.
Stevenson's clinical intelligence is what makes this matchup so compelling. Expect a tense early stretch, moments of high drama, and the kind of subtle adjustments that decide world-class fights. Whatever happens on fight night, both men have earned the stage. For fans, it's a test of styles and wills. For the fighters, it's a chance to settle questions and make statements. If you love boxing that rewards strategy as much as it does heart, this is one you won't want to miss.